ancestors told. Rebirthology, limitless living. Mind meets mystic, soul keeps winning. Limitless, 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 limitless. Rebirthology, where soul remembers how to be lived.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to get in here and tell you all about this Virgo lunar eclipse and how we need to prepare. I am LaTanya Taylor, affectionately known as the Rev Coach, the Juicy Spirit Mama, the Priestess of Purpose, Pleasure, Passion, and Profits. And I'm here to help you position yourself for the planetary shifts that apply to our spirituality, our emotions, our relationships, all of the things, okay? So let's talk about this lunar eclipse. First of all, I want to do a quick shout out to the water signs, okay? How many of you have water? Heavy, it doesn't have to just be in your sun sign. And if you're in, first of all, if you're in the room, say hey, don't be rude. Say what's up. Shout out Rev Coach, Dr. LT, whatever. Say something. Say something. Say something. When you come into the room, my people, and let me just tell you, if you're saying, it's funny I'm saying this because on Facebook, sometimes the comments are hidden during the live. So what's up, Jeannie? So I want to just say, how many of you have water energy in your chart? A lot of it. And if you haven't gotten a reading from me, this would be a good time to come and find out, right? Because if you have a lot of water in your chart, March is going to be the most watery months of the year. And I've already done an overview for the year. And I will be making the guide available. So when I come in to do these updates on what's happening right now, it won't be so strange to you between you having the guide and the game play for the month or whatever. You can just add it up and then come and join us in planning. So Kirby, I don't know if you're saying hey, or I don't know if you're raising your hand to say that you have a lot of water in your chart. Okay, so this is going to affect the collective consciousness. So emphasis on tug of war. Okay. Emphasis on tug of war. Okay. So I want to put up a little visual here so that we can talk about this. As you can see, there's a sneak peek of what we're talking about, but here's where we are right here. Okay. Can we talk about this? First of all, this is the second eclipse of the year. And this eclipse is, and here we're going to talk about why this matters, why it matters now, why it's going to matter later. Okay. Because when you have this much water, it's going to leave some type of residue, or let's just say that the water energy is going to recede slowly. Okay. So here we have on March 3rd, Virgo lunar eclipse in 12 degrees in Virgo. Okay. 12 degrees in Virgo. And it's a south node eclipse. This is why it matters. The south node often represents the wounded healer. Somebody. So if you know where your wound is, you know where you have had to do the most work, you really will get this. You understand this fully, right? So and so I'm talking to those of you who are from different communities where you've been invested in your personal development. For those of you who have not done any personal development, it may feel like the floodgates are open for you in probably in the worst way. Those of you who have done some personal development work, then you still are going to need to use your tools. Let me go. So this particular lunar eclipse exposes what has been operating underneath the surface, what has been quiet, what has been happening internally, so that it can be released. Somebody just put released in the chat. Facebook, YouTube, put released in the chat. Help a sister out. Put released in the chat. Okay, all right. Thank you. Released, releasing. Just drop it in. Thank you so much, Janine. And this is it's activating a specific house in your chart, which I'm going to talk about specifically with those who join us in Rebirth by Design tonight. Okay. This is not a fix it fast moment, because this is going to connect to your daily life, work, health routines, and responsibilities. Let me say it again. Your daily life, your work, your health routines, and responsibilities. Okay. This is a very opposite energy. So therefore, wherever you are out of balance, it's going to be more apparent to you. On one side, we have the energy of the Earth Mother. And on the other side, we have the energy of this Pisces, all these planets that's in Pisces. Okay. So Virgo governs daily systems, your work, your service, the responsibilities that you carry. Virgo is the perfectionist. It's attention to detail. It also governs not just digestion of food, but digestion of ideas, of thoughts, of any type of limitation. Okay. I want to see you while I'm telling you this. This is the mind and body connection that's happening in real time. We already are getting ready to go into a full moon. And so now the full moon is already about releasing. And so now we're going into a lunar eclipse. Eclipses, somebody asked me the other day, so I shouldn't be putting my crystals out? No. Because eclipses are chaotic energy. Now, some people fall on different sides of that, but the indigenous tradition says we don't go out and look at the energy, the chaotic energy that's happening, because it brings change. Well, this one is bringing change internally at the emotional level. What is the status of your emotional intelligence? Do you shut down? Do you process your emotions out loud? Do you throw temper tantrums? Do you or do you not even process your emotions, that you're so numb you'd rather work or be busy, or even try to be noble by saying I'm taking care of other people, and it's just avoidance? Okay, these are just some questions for you to consider, because this eclipse is going to highlight and bring to the energetically. I'm talking about, I'm not talking about anything woo-woo. I'm talking about the mathematical equation of the energy that's going to be on the planet, that we will be more aware of perhaps things that are it's time for something to end, something you've been doing that is not working, something you've been saying, someone, some place. This is an ending kind of energy. Now, this graphic shows the energy a little bit inverted. I will say that. Okay, let me add this. All right. meaning when I teach it later on in planning with the planets, you'll be able to see the actual chart where the truth is all of the planets are going to be up here, over here rather, with Pisces, right? They're like, and I'm going to go through that in just a minute. And Virgo, the Virgo moon is actually more over here on this other side, and it's by itself. That's a word right there. Okay. I'm going to keep talking though. In other words, all of the planets are going to be over to the left and top of the wheel, the way that we look at it. And Virgo is going to be over here by itself in the moon. So anybody that has an issue with being alone, or even if you feel like I don't want to be around a lot of people, this energy could intensify. Okay. So this is going to highlight the burnout, the places where you're burnt out, where you have been over functioning, not just for work, but work is probably going to be the place where it is the most obvious. But it could be for other people, places, and things where you've been over giving, over functioning, overcompensating. Okay. And so this is about where have you been navigating and managing life around the obstacles to the point where it has become a normal for you. This energy is about the new normal. Put that in the chat. Put these things in the chat for you. I like, a lot of times when I'm scribing in the chat, I'm doing it so that I can walk away remembering certain things too. This eclipse is conjunct the South Node. Now, you know that the South Node is an entirely different discussion alone, because it is about the wounded healer. So this is where endings are karmic. So whatever you have put out there energetically, you may be evaluating how it's coming back to you. It particularly in places where you have not been nurtured and wanted to be nurtured, places in you where you are not nurturing and you like to be more nurturing. It could be coming back to you, places where you've been judgmental and lacked compassion, but and now you want so you could use and benefit from some compassion. So these are endings that are karmic. Let me say something else about karmic. Sometimes we're carrying the karmic energy in our bloodline, in our families. So there are things that sometimes because Pisces energy is very much about secrets. Pisces, let me say this again. Pisces energy is very much about secrets. So this, and it is very much about family. So these family secrets, you may come on to new information, particularly if you're doing your genealogy. You may stumble upon something. You may learn something new about the tribe you're from. You may learn something new about the geographical area that you're from. So anybody that's doing genealogy, this might be a good time for you to find something. You might not like what you find out, but at least you know, and you can make new choices and decisions. However, internally, there can be places in you where you have not felt emotion in a very long time that awaken. And for people or women who have been numb, you, my sister, are disconnected from your feminine. I don't care how you slice it. It is not wrong for a woman to be emotional. If you're overly emotional and you're leaking out everywhere, then that means that there's something that's just been unhealed and you only give it little increments. So you leak or you weep. Okay, think about it like that. But then there's the other side of extremes. This energy is going to be helpful for you to look at wherever you are all or nothing at all in, all out, fight or flight, right? Easily triggered or indifferent. Okay. So this is also going to highlight areas where you are stressed out, particularly if you have not been honest about where you are stressed out, because it's become normal to be in survival mode. Okay. So this energy, because it's conjunct to the South Node, old patterns of duty, self-sacrifice, perfectionism, overdoing it. You know how they say you're doing too much. um Also, let me say, this is going to bring to your attention where you have incomplete cycles of action. Ooh, ouch or amen. If I'm walking heavy, tell me I'm walking heavy, Doc. Say you walking heavy, Doc. Or you walking heavy, Rev, because it's so easy to quit on yourself, but you don't give yourself the same kind of loyalty that you give organizations, institutions, but especially in love. When we're talking about Pisces energy, I'm sorry to break it to you, Pisces. You might feel like, because Pisces women oftentimes can be the doormat, and the men, actually, because I know I've read plenty of men who take far too much. I'm pausing for you to digest that. Okay. So this includes, because of Virgo, it being a Virgo energy, this includes how you use your skills, your labor, and your energy. I just had somebody read me for filth in business about all the talents, skills, and abilities that I have not actively, intentionally, consistently put out in the marketplace. Read me for filth in a loving way. When I said that she landed right on my ouch button, oh my God. And it was an elder, and it was what I needed. And I had been feeling this myself all for like really processing, because, January was really about resting. Now, let me say this. All of these planets haven't been spread out. All of them have been in January. All of them were in Capricorn. Then here in February, all of them are in Aquarius. Now we have I'm saying all, let's say most. I'm going to say which ones in a minute. Most of them now are in Pisces. That's why we're talking so much about Pisces. Anybody got Pisces friends, family, mother, father? Anybody? Because you're going to need to check on your Pisces friends. Happy birthday, Pisces. Honey. All right. So let me keep going. I want you to hear this. Only the moon is in Virgo, and no other planets are out over there hanging out. Okay. Yeah, check on your Pisces mother and mother-in-law, sister-in-law, rather. Okay. No other planets over there hanging out and influencing. So this is going to be a conversation with yourself, and in a way that you can't put it on anybody else. Okay. All right. So let me talk about the energy a little bit more. When we talk about Virgo versus Pisces energy, we're talking about control versus surrender. Control versus surrender. Which one do you think needs to be in control? Pop quiz. Talk to me I want to talk with you. I don't want to talk at you. So which one do you think, and if you're a Virgo, tell on yourself, which one do you think needs to be in control? I wait. Waiting on your responses. No, which one then do you think Virgo or Pisces needs to be in control? Which one do I'm asking, is it Virgo or Pisces? Thank you, Reverend Michelle. Yes, Virgo wants to be in control. You got it. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, it's Virgo that needs to be in control of everything, everybody, what you say, how you say it. It's like when you're talking to a Virgo, it's almost like trying a damn case. Trust me, my mom's in Virgo, God mom, God, two God mom, one God father. I mean, I could just go. But it's also my gift and my covering because I move fast. And so sometimes I might miss details. Now, so when we talk about Virgos, we're talking about all of the personal planets are in Pisces. If all of the planets are on or personal planets are on one side and only one is on the other, do we have balance? No. So this is why it's going to address where there is imbalance, because see, Virgo wants the answers, the plans, the proof, the control, right? How Pisces asks for trust, surrender, rest, and emotional truth. What this can feel like is wherever you have Virgo, wait a minute. This is ironically, this is a Pisces calling me during my live. I'm on live right now. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now live. But I know that you mean so much to me. I just wanted to make sure I said that. I'm gonna call you back as soon as I'm finished. I love you. Wait, I'll put you on speaker. Okay, say it. Okay.
Okay, so everybody that's on YouTube live watching the amazing Dr. LaTanya Taylor, I just want to tell y'all better tap into every platform that she has and everything that she does. It is more than what y'all just see in this moment or any moment that you potentially will experience her. I am just so blessed that I get to experience her for this entire lifetime. I pray, and I appreciate God for blessing her in my life, and I hope all of y'all have an amazing day. Today is my birthday, so yes, enjoy today.
I didn't tell them who's talking.
Everybody, this is Duchess of Ink. Hello.
She said this is Duchess of y'all. So go to Duchess of Ink on Instagram, right? That's what you prefer, Instagram or TikTok. And go wish her a happy birthday, okay? Go wish Duchess of Ink a happy birthday. So I'll call you back. You didn't have to do no promo for me. It's your birthday. I love you. That ain't no promo. I'm trying to help them out. All right, sweetheart. I'll call you in a minute. Okay. Bye-bye. Love you. Okay, I had to do that. You know, that's one of my goddaughters. So had to do that. Happy birthday, Pastor Anika. Is another Pisces in the house, y'all. Birthday time. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Okay, all right. Let me stop cutting up. All right, y'all. Could you all hear Duchess when she was talking? Could y'all hear her, what she was saying? If not, no worries. Let's get back on track. Pastor Anika, you want to hear some of this, girlfriend, because this is your month and this energy is no joke. And Pastor Anika is the queen messenger of self-care. I have amazing goddaughters, and I have amazing friends and an amazing community, because I call my friend Pastor Anika the leader of the new school, honey, of what, a lot of people don't like church. A lot of people who get free get away from the church. And sometimes I feel sad for them, because the church can be a safe place when when freedom is there. And so I'm so grateful that I come from a lineage of liberation theology. And so she is carrying the torch of liberation in a new way. And so I just want to say that, particularly for those of you who are in the DC area. If you're in the Atlanta area, holla at your girl. But anywho, back on point here. Okay, so what I left off by saying, Pisces, it asks for trust, surrender, and rest, right? But this eclipse energy will be like a tug of war between doing versus being, between management versus meaning. So if you have just been going about your, like, I got to get it done. So there's going to be one side of you that is going to want to get it done. One side of you that is saying, but I need to rest. And that's going to be the tug of war. The tug of war is going to be between the part of you that wants to disengage from all of the drama, because now I'm talking to you about the personal energy. Remember, the personal planets, Mars, Venus, right? The sun are all over here, and Mercury in retrograde. I can't even right now. I'm going to have to do a separate teaching on this Mercury retrograde. I promise you, you want to slow down and pay attention by choice and not by force, because all of that is in Pisces. And then when we get ready to go into about April, all of them are going to be in Aries. So this is how everything is moving this year. Not everything, but the planets, the energy. So the Mercury retrograde in Pisces, you're talking about the energy of wanting to know, to understand, to study, to ask questions, that loves information. And so this is a call for those of us who need to know. We want answers. Because the questions are going to come up in your career, or how you are doing things, even if you're operating in your calling. How you may have doing it may have been working harder and not smarter. Y'all, we are moving away from the employee mindset of go to work 9 to 5. Even the government right now is considering a 3 to 4 day work week. Because see, what y'all don't understand is, even though your old church pastor might have told you, don't study this, don't study it's witchcraft, they study it. They study it. And that includes presidents, senators, executives. They study the season. They can't do anything about this energy. So the part of you that needs to figure it out, the mind is a terrible thing to waste, but it's not going to be something that you can figure out with your intellect. This is not about you solving it with your mind. And when you try to solve it from here, or not from your dream state, going into trance, tapping into your intuition, and paying attention to your gifts. I've been heavy teaching on the spiritual gifts this year, right? Because you're going to feel the tug of war, especially if your normal is to always have a response, an answer, a solution. No, this is about, particularly for women, for the feminine, to get into the flow state. The flow state of being, the flow state of consciousness, the allowing state, right? So this means that during this Mercury retrograde, we are meant to listen, to feel, to rest. Listen, feel, rest, and let it dissolve. Let it dissolve. Pray for it to dissolve. Imagine it dissolving, seeing it dissolving. The reason why I'm saying this, you want it to dissolve, is because some of us too are so forceful that we want to always cut things away, tell people off. You don't have to do anything but allow right now. This can be uncomfortable for the Virgo energy. This is where the tug of war can come in, because the Virgo energy wants to do what? Be in control. The Virgo energy thinks that they know everything because they do study a lot, and because they are the medicine woman, medicine man archetype. So if your medicine man, medicine woman is being forced to go into the Garden of Gethsemane, come on now, talk to me, because we're also in Lent and Ramadan, which is about your personal relationship with the holy I am, which is with the divine that's in you. So if Virgo cannot hide behind work and performance energy, and your personal planets are all positioned in this water, emotional, feeling energy, you cannot escape it. And so those who fight or flight, fight or flee, those who like to avoid, shut down, blame other people, project onto other people, this is going to be uncomfortable. Let me say this again. I want you to hear me. If we allow it, sometimes as women, we need to be in the company of people where we can be vulnerable with. I've been teaching this since prayer this morning. In my vulnerability, I am made strong. Say it with me. Put it in the chat. In my vulnerability, I am made strong. In my vulnerability, I am made strong. If you don't have a place in your friendship circle, if you don't have a place in your relationship where you can go and be vulnerable, come. I want y'all, come. This is why to have a place like Pastor Anika Union Temple Baptist Church, to come to Rebirth International Ministries and come into the portal. Come into a space where women are doing their work and are safe with other women. Come, because this is going to tap on any of your mother wound, any of your disconnect from the feminine, because Pisces is a feminine energy. Come on now, talk back to me. You have the earth mother on one side, the medicine woman who governs herbs, the body, health, wellness. She also can be the martyr that's over here in the south node, which means that she, the healer of everybody else, has to deal with physician, heal thyself. This is her, Virgo. And then you have Pisces energy that feels everything. It's the compassionate ones that operates. It comes from the energy of Mami Wata. It comes from the energy of the sirens, the waters, where the psychic energy is. Okay. So this would be a good time to take spiritual bath, sacred water time, okay? Maybe even going to float with the sound bowls on water. Okay, and now I'm getting ready to close out. This eclipse can show up, though, with resistance. When you resist this energy, this full moon eclipse energy that we're going, and Mercury grade energy, it can feel like fatigue, exhaustion, and brain fog. You're not crazy. You are just waking up in a new era that does not require your performance. You're doing. This is your call to beingness in the new era, era. When I worked at Lockheed Martin on the Welfare to Work program, I was a trainer there. And one of the things that we taught the people who participated in the program, we taught them beingness skills, because most people come and it's the beingness skills that get you fired. It's the beingness skills, or the lack thereof, the beingness skills that get you written up. It's the beingness skills that make you shut down. It's when you don't have them. But because many of us know how to do, and we got the spirit of the do, and we feel like shit. Okay, so this is why you pay attention to what you're eating, because one thing for certain and two things for sure is Virgo always brings a message around your health, your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health. So whatever you're not digesting, this is where you may experience more gut sensitivity. So get you some digestive enzymes, some sauerkraut, some things that help you digest, some ginger. Make you up a big batch of something that's centered on ginger, a ginger drink, or invest in. This is what you want to have on hand. This is how we practice self-care. And so the point is, this is recalibration season. Recalibration season. And I want to say, what you think you know or knew is also up for reevaluation, because Pisces energy reveals what you didn't know that you didn't know. So all of us taking a strong position, that's why Virgo is over here by itself. Oh, you're in a perfect position, Yvette. All right. Now, we didn't talk about another retrograde as I close out. Is Jupiter is in Cancer. Cancer is retrograde in Jupiter, or Jupiter is retrograde in Cancer. And it's not stationing direct until a full week after the eclipse. So this is about family issues, family secrets, emotional memory. This is about your lineage. This is a good time to communicate with the ancestors, to refresh your altars, to set up an altar. Holler at your girl if you need some support in how to set up an ancestral altar. This is not about intellect. This is about the umbilical cord. This is the womb consciousness. I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. That sound familiar to somebody? I knew you. What I? The I and I? The I am in the I. And I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. So this is also about your Akashic records. Now, let me tell you, for those who don't know and you're around them, not you who are listening, but those who are around them, who you're around, this can be a breaking point in the collective consciousness. We may see a lot of unhinged energy. As one who is working with people's mental health, I'm always listening to a breakdown, a breakthrough, and sometimes brokenness. We're going to see it in the collective consciousness. If you're looking with your third eye, you'll see it. So this energy came to help us to clean it up. Now, I'm going to talk about more tonight in Rebirth by Design. There is a link if you would like to join me in this masterclass that prepares you and preps you specifically based off of the positions in your chart. I'm going to talk more about the feminine archetypes that are laying in this particular energy. Okay. And I'm going to talk more about some of the other active things that you can do that are in alignment with moving but not forcing, flowing but not faking, right? So this eclipse is doing, in closing, two things. It's closing two doors at one time. It's closing the door of how you operate. It's closing the door of how you survive emotionally. We're at the end. Pisces represents the end of a thing. And Virgo is about the attention to the details. Don't miss this opportunity to go in deeper by choice and not force. This is not anybody else's burden to carry. But you can ask for support and assistance. You cannot be a gatekeeper of the system that's falling apart and dissolving. It is supposed to, because it is at the end of a cycle. A door is closing on the old structures we have known, and a new door is opening that is requiring a new energy for us to walk into come April. Come the new year, the true new year is loading up quite intensely. So I'm going to do much more integration support tonight. If you can't find the link, DM me so that you can get it. But the link is below here in the description. There's a link that you should be able to get to come to Rebirth by Design. It's really just a small love offering to come into the space. And those of you who are on IVTV with Planning with the Planets, I'm going to go into a little bit more specifics about the retrograde. So everybody's going to get something special wherever I go after this. But I want to see if there are any questions, comments. Tell me your favorite thing, favorite frame that supported you, something that you came in that you didn't know when you entered into the room, something that you know now that you didn't know when you came into the room. Okay, I'm just going to recapture some of your comments that I may have missed. All right. So I see you, Reverend Michelle. You said Virgos are notoriously focused on order. Yes, you're right. I am so thinking the feminine energy which manifests as flow for birthing. Yes, this is absolutely womb energy. Okay. Nicodemus asked the question, shall I go into my mother's womb to be born again? Nicodemus wanted to be literal. So everybody that has an issue with being literal, who translate the Bible literally, that takes other people literally, that you believe every damn thing you hear on CNN, MSNBC, and I don't care who is in front of you with the microphone. You have to open and pay attention on through your third eye. All right. And so let me see. Michelle also says, so amazing to know. Oh, okay. I'll leave this on the screen for Duchess. Wish you a happy Earth Song Day, Duchess of Ink. I will make sure that she sees this. And I'll also wish my sister, my Reverend sister, Pastor Anika, a happy birthday. She just celebrated big time this weekend with my other sister, Elder Vicki Johnson, who was the featured speaker. And I would have been right there with them in Washington, D.C. Thank you for tapping in, Pastor Anika, my sister. I love you too. All right. Good looking out, Duchess. Duchess, she always shows me so much love, and I love her back. I'm so glad I heard my baby's voice today. Okay, trust and surrender, rest. You feel the tug. Okay, you hear me loud and clear. All right, you got the flow state. Good. All right. What's happening now? 5 planets in Pisces. Oh, baby. You go back and listen to this again if you have 5 planets in Pisces. I have people's chart that I have read that's almost all water. Some I've read people that may have 1 earth sign, which makes them muddy. They don't have any grounding. And those people have a hard time sometimes sustaining energy or drive to work hard. So if the culture has made you feel like something is wrong with you, you need to operate in your design. I'm so glad you put it there, because any comment you all put in there, you tap into my oil to be able to pour a little bit more into you. So if you felt like something is wrong with you because you can't sustain energy in a certain way, come holler at your girl, because I was just about to read. I don't want to read anybody to the point where I don't want you to feel singled out or anything, but let's just say if you have these watery positions but you feel like I should do more. I should drive more. Nope. You need to find what aligns with your design. Okay. Yes, you got it, Takoa. Takoa, also another Pisces who just celebrated her birthday. Come on, y'all. Wish happy birthday to these Pisces. I didn't go call them. They came. So y'all, the Pisces is very intuitive, very psychic, very tuned in, and they may not know how they know what they know, but they came here to know and to end cycles, end patterns. Okay. All right. Now, if you have any questions, I'm coming to them. Okay. Now, see, there's Yvette, Virgo, in 35 years in healthcare. She's in alignment with her divine assignment. My pleasure. It's my pleasure to share this. I actually have been so tired. I stayed up all night last night, not by choice. I don't know how I have all this energy, but when you get in your energy zone, you know, that's where you're supposed to be. Yes, it is important to be vulnerable, to ask for help and support. You got it. You got the gems. Anybody else something? Yes, welcome to a new year. You got it. You got it. Y'all are having the spirit of the do will make you feel like shit. Okay, now you got it. You got it. Yes, honey. And we make light of it, but it is a lot of alpha women who feel guilty when you aren't doing something, particularly entrepreneurs, particularly feminine leaders and executives who always have something demanding and pulling at them. I just told somebody else who is a feminine leader, she said, I just have so much on my plate. And I remember, Pastor Nika, if you still here, you'll remember this. Ron Davis said, get a bigger plate. A lot of times we think we need to take something off our plate. This is not about that this season. It's going to come off your plate, because if you take care of you and your mental health, it's going to dissolve. Okay. Happy Earth Strong to all the Pisces. There you go. There you go. Happy birthday to all the Pisces in the house. All right. To Duchess, to Pastor Anika, to Koa. Who else is in here? Yes. Okay, holler at your girl soon. Yes, holler at your girl. Come get your birth chart read, right? And get your blueprint for the season. You know, I'm not doing a whole lot of one-on-one, just, you know, like that. And that's a whole nother conversation. Probably should do a whole video. Yep. Said happy solar return to all the Pisces kings and queens. Any kings watching? We've been shouting out all the goddesses, but those of you who come into Rebirth by Design, you know we're gonna tap into this feminine energy, where it is for you and how you can use it. So no other questions? No other questions? No other gems that you're taking away, walking away with? I think I got most of them. Yes. Yes, indeed. You said, I'm so glad to know that this is the time for my rebirth. I'm willing to be and to release the dam. Come on now. Let the floodgates open in a good way. If the floodgates are going to open, though, Reverend Michelle, you just got to go to higher ground. You got to go to high. Oh, thank you for saying that. See, your oil and my oil, it's like a Mary and Elizabeth relationship where you deposit something and my belly leaps and your belly leaps. This is a great way to close. In all of this, we must go to higher ground, higher consciousness, higher thought and language, lifting our relationships. This is about lifting our marriages. Even if the door closes on a marriage or relationship, it may need to just close on that agreement or that contract so that a new door can be open, a new contract can be made. Sometimes everything doesn't need for you to block it and unfriend it. Sometimes we need to be able to have difficult conversations. Sometimes we need to check on our assumptions. Sometimes we need to give up our position and get to a neutral place where you're not red or blue. Holla, you're not an elephant or a donkey. You hear me? That you can be able to see through it all and go higher for the new season. All right. So if you have any questions, inbox me, put them in the chat. I will come back and check the chat for those of you who are watching the replay. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Come get a reading, or come to Rebirth by Design tonight to test the waters. There's so many ways. Some of you all say, well, how do I work with you? Click the link in my bio on all platforms. Okay. Subscribe to the channel. Share the channel with somebody. I really would love if y'all could help me. 20 people can help me by clicking that subscribe button, because I would have hit a milestone for myself and for my goal for YouTube. I'm going to do a lot more over on this side. So click it over there. Click it. Clock it, click it, clock it. And then we have Rebirth Sunday coming up, which is my ministry without walls, my transmissions, not sermons. I'm not here to preach you, but I am here to teach you wherever you want to learn. All right, not wherever, but specifically love, sex, money, purpose, pleasure, passion, and profits, specifically liberation, specifically transformation, and most of all, I call it rebirthology. All right, y'all. Y'all got me in my bag. Y'all got me cutting up, got my shoulders moving and all of that. So I'm gonna get on up out of here. And oh my goodness, Pastor Jim, you waited to the very end to say something. Y'all, this is my pastoral care instructor, and he taught me something else. I forgot which else, but I love this man, this soul, this light who represents metaphysical prosperity. Pastor Jim, I'm saying it publicly, I have to get you on the channel. I got to get you here. We have to get you here. You just did something. You just released something, and I have to get you here to share it with the world. I have so many gems. I got diamonds in my backyard, my front yard, and my side yard, honey. I got not just diamonds, amethyst. I have some sapphire, and most of all, I have some emeralds, honey. Some onyx, some crystals. And so it's time for us to come on and sparkle together. So I will see you all on the other side. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I look forward to connecting with you. Ciao.